guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. It's kind of been a work in progress, definitely. I'm just excited to share a bunch of stuff with you guys. It's Saturday. The weather is so beautiful out, and I just made myself a little chai. We're ready to get into it. Also, just went to TJ Maxx and picked up another one of these freaking hats. This is like my third color in it. I have like a green, a cream color, and then now this kind of like clay color, and I'm obsessed. So obviously I'm like wearing it immediately when I got home. And so if you see me wearing the Adidas hats, I'm sponsored by Adidas. No, I'm not. I wish I was. Anyway, so today's video is going to be about my first market that I'm doing with my Etsy shop. I was asked by a local shop here that I've actually been to a few times in my previous videos called The Red Hen, and they asked me if I wanted to have a booth at their market this August. And I was kind of apprehensive because I don't have like a whole lot of inventory done and made to put into the market. I do have a bunch of earrings that I for sure had and like a few cups like ready to go. Most of my stuff is made to order. So as soon as an order comes in, then I'm gonna make it. It's not all ready other than earrings. That's like the only piece that is. I was apprehensive at first, but then I was like, you know what? I just wanna do it. I've always wanted to do a market. And so I'm really excited to finally just like dip my toes in and go for it. So the last couple weeks, I have been working on getting signs ordered. I'm actually getting 2 different signs from Etsy, actually, from a couple other shops, because I love supporting on Etsy, obviously. And I have a sign that'll have my logo, that'll be on the table. I have a sign for like the tent, and I'm waiting for those still to come in. I will definitely share it with you guys once those come in. I also picked up these really cute greeting card like display holders, and I have 2 different versions I ordered. One that's going to be for markets, and then the other one is going to be for actually my sister's new business. She is an esthetician, and she just got a really great space, and she so sweetly asked if I wanted to have a couple of spots like in her main like lobby area to display my Etsy stuff. So I've been making products for both the market and for her place. So with the displays, like the greeting card displays, my earring displays, I had to kind of think of both spaces. It'll be a really great opportunity to get my business out there a little bit more. So I'm really excited about that. So I've been doing kind of back and forth prep for both of those pieces. And I wanted to show you some of the things that I've been picking up along the way. I have found a lot of items that I think would be helpful for anyone else who has small businesses, or they want to like look into display options, or if they want to see like different signage that they could maybe pick up. I'll definitely link everything below in the description because it was kind of like a treasure hunt for all this stuff, and I want to share it with you guys. This is not going to be in any order. There's a lot of stuff I have to go over, but I will get going. First thing, I picked up 2 of these little acrylic business card holders, and I think they look really great with my business cards. So I picked up 2 of them, one for the market and then one for my sister's business. Another business card holder, but this one's for like multiple, it's like tiered, and I have all my stickers that I'm going to be bringing that I'll have for sale. This is kind of like final sale stickers. I've had these on my shop for a long time, but I've recently taken them down just because I want to focus into my cards more, into my cups more, into my earrings more. So I have them all in here. I also have some larger stickers that I have that'll just kind of be on the side in a different display. But I got this really great tiered business card holder for that. And it was really affordable. I think it was only like $9, but it holds all my smaller stickers really easy. Next are these. These are so amazing. These are earring displays. I picked the dark brown. It's kind of like a dark walnut color, And then it comes with the 2 little dowels to just like rest on the table. So they'll kind of sit like this. But if you look close, there's the little notches for the earrings to slip into it. I have a pair right here that I'll show you. So you'll just slip it into the little slot and then they'll stay upright. So I can fit quite a bit onto one. I ended up picking up 4 of these. And these were also from Amazon, but I thought they were just really classic looking, really clean, not too gaudy. There's a lot of different earring card holders on there, like to display these kind of things. And a lot of them just weren't my style, but I loved these. And I like having the wood tones. You'll see that. I'll have a lot of different wood tones. And I'll probably sneak in a little clip of having some of my earrings displayed and what that would look like in those so you can see it a little bit better. This is what the earrings would look like on little like wooden organizer, and I think it's really cute. It's kind of hard to see them a little bit, but I think, you know, people walking up can still like grab and look at them. So I'm really excited to use all of these, and it'll kind of be divvied up between these and then the trays. Okay, the next thing is gonna be another kind of earring display situation I'm gonna have. So I have quite a bit of earrings that are gonna be going to the market especially. And so 2 of the wooden display holders just wasn't quite enough. And I kind of wanted to change up the displays. I didn't want it all to be the same. I kind of like having that juxtaposition with different types of displays. So I found these really great trays at TJ Maxx. They were all sold separately, but different sizes. I'll show you. This is the medium size, but it's like this kind of washed white wood. And I got the medium one and the large one for the market. And then I got a small version for my sister's business. I was trying to figure out, how am I going to display earrings in there? I didn't want to just like lay them in there. I thought about putting rocks, but the way that my cards are, it just like wasn't sitting in the tray very well and they just kept falling over. And so I was like, maybe sand would work. I know that the sides of the tray have these open holes, you know, to grab. They're like handles. And I was like, well, I could probably just put masking tape, the like cream colored masking tape on the inside, because you really wouldn't see it once the sand is in there. I tested it out with the one for my sisters. I don't know how I'm gonna show you this sitting here. I'm gonna try. I got some sand. Oh yeah, you can see it. And I put it inside of it, and I have masking tape along the 2 handles. I thought that this would work perfect. I found some sand that was kind of a neutral color, which is what I wanted. I really want the earrings to pop. I wanted kind of the background of everything to be really like light and neutral, and I can fit quite a bit of earrings in here then because it can be separated quite a bit. So I thought that that was so cute. I'm gonna do that with all of the trays, which will be fun. Hopefully it's not a mess. That leads me to the sand itself, and it was kind of hard to find affordable sand. I looked at craft stores and they were really expensive for like tiny bottles, and I just wasn't gonna do that because I have a giant tray. I'll actually show you that one. So this is the big tray. And that's like quite a bit of sand that I would need to put in here. I was like, I can't do these little bottles that are like $5 a piece, because I would need, I don't even know how many, like a lot. Kept looking around, and finally stumbled upon, you're gonna laugh, aquarium sand from Petco. And I know that sounds crazy, but it was really affordable. I think it was like 20 some bucks for 20 pounds of this sand, and I definitely will use all of it. I ended up buying the big 20-pound bag, and then I bought a 5-pound bag just in case I didn't want to run out. Tested out the smaller tray with the little 5-pound bag. So this is like how much I have left in it, so I'll be able to kind of move it over into one of the other trays. But it's this aquatic substrate from a Magitarium. That's what it looks like. This is the 5-pound bag. I got the same one in a 20-pound bag. So this was like full, and that's how much sand I used just for this smaller tray. So I know I'm gonna need the rest of it probably, but it was way more affordable than getting it from a craft store. And I did look at thrift stores too. I've been going to thrift stores a lot to find display pieces, and I just am not really finding what I'm needing. I ended up just getting this sand from Petco, but I will link which one it is in case you're interested. But it worked out really good, and it's like a cream color. They're very neutral colored sand. Another item I picked up was a shelf. I'm sure you've either seen it or I'm about to show you it, but I picked up this ladder shelf from Big Lots, I think last weekend. It's just white. It's like, think around like 5.5 feet high, and it has 4 shelves on it, I believe. And it was a spot that I'm gonna put my etched cups and I think earrings as well. And also a spot to kind of put display stuff to kind of make it look cozier. Okay guys, so we just ran into town because I wanted to get a shelf for the market that I'm gonna be doing, because we have a table that we'll be sitting at that will have a whole bunch of stuff on it too. But I felt like I needed some kind of vertical space happening to kind of bring your eye up. People can walk up to it, have some decorations on it as well, just to kind of liven it up. Okay, so it's this 4-tier bookcase with a white finish from Real Living. This is from Big Lots. And it's just a really simple white shelf that is kind of tiered. It's like a ladder shelf. So I think this will work perfect. It's at like the right height that I need, and the depth of the shelves is gonna work great. So I'm gonna start building her. I might just unbox it, and then once I have all the pieces out, then I'll show you guys so you don't have to sit through that.
Said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things are about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever.
So we just got it built, and it is like the perfect size. My whole vision for this market, and honestly what I want my booth to kind of always look like, is very vintage, very like cozy, lived in. I want kind of old school books, and I have a really great old typewriter that I got from a thrift store that I want there, because I have stationery, I have items that are sitting in your home office, like what you want it to be surrounded by, the things that inspire you, like quills and very old school stuff that I just like, I find a lot of inspiration from and comfort in. So I want to incorporate those elements, but I also want to have some greenery. And I wasn't gonna bring like real plants, because one, I don't really know what the weather's gonna do. 2, I don't want my pots to like fall and break, and I don't want anything to happen to my plants where they get scorched or they get too cold or they get too hot, you know. I am gonna do faux plants, and I only have a few that I have in the house left. So I kind of scoured our garage because I have a whole bunch of decor that I went through, and I found a whole bunch of these like string of pearls. They're faux. I have like, I think like 6-ish like strings of them, and I was trying to figure out a pot that these could sit in, and I had this vision of like one of those old like Roman pots like that you'd spill water out of. I don't know why, but like that sitting on a shelf with the kind of cascading string of pearls was my vision. And so I went to a craft store and they had so many pots. I found one that was perfect. It looks like this. So it's very kind of like weathered looking, warm tones. I really love it. It looks like an old water jug, but it has this flat side to it. So when you set it down, it is kind of like it's pouring over. And I thought that this would be so perfect with the string of pearls in it. And like, it would be really full, but something like this would be sitting on that shelf. And that would probably be up one of the higher shelves and just kind of like cascading down. I thought that that would look so nice, but I just love the color story. I love the look of this. So that'll be something I'll add to the shelf just to kind of add a little something special to it. I also have some things that I've had around the house that have just been stored for a little bit that I'm going to use for the market. And I found one of my little like wooden stools. I'm not sure what's gonna sit on it yet, if it's gonna sit on the tabletop, you know, just making things kind of elevated on the tabletop will be really important because I just don't want it to be like one note across the whole table. So little things like stools like this, just to raise it up a little bit is gonna be key. And I found one of my old school card holders too. I have a second one somewhere, but I believe I got this on Amazon forever ago, like years ago. So hopefully they still have it, but I'll be definitely using this too. Another little element that I want to add to it that kind of leans into that vintage style are these little organizers that I got from Target. Again, I'm not kidding, like probably 3 or 4 years ago. I have stored them because I knew I was gonna use them for something special someday. It finally happened. I pulled them out of storage. I ended up staining them because they were this really light wood and I wanted something darker, but they look like this. They're like these little drawers and you can kind of see what the color that they were on the side here. So back in the day, I got 4 of these. So imagine like 2 more stacked. And I knew I was just gonna wanna use them because they look like old school, like card catalogs. And I love that look. But I thought that this could be really fun for either displaying earrings, like I could stuff it with stuff and then they can sit outside of it, or I can put fresh picked like baby's breath or something to just stick out of it, but have them near each other. Because I just think this is like such a classic look in like an old school office with these little organizers. They're probably going to be sitting on that shelf too. The shelf is white, so all of this stuff I think will really pop and bring a warmth to everything. So I'm really excited to style these too. So that'll be really fun to kind of play with. But I just think like everything together is just going to be so cool, and I'm just excited to kind of pull it together and see it finally with the vision I've had in my head. In terms of the tent itself, we have like a 12 by 12 canopy type tent that you like pull out, pops up. But I think that's going to be too big for the market. So we might pick up a little 10 by 10 one that's white, just really simple. I wanted to figure out something that I could do that made it a little bit more inviting instead of it just being the tent and my sign. I remembered that from our last place, I picked up these really great white panel curtains. They have that kind of like wrinkled look to them. I know that sounds weird because you're like, why would you want your curtains wrinkled? But they're a wrinkled kind of texture, very like soft and like effortless, and they flow really beautifully. And I found them when we were cleaning our garage out. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it below. I did a whole like garage organization video, but I found them in there and I thought to myself, I think I can put these inside of the tent and have them like billow on either side of the entrance. So it really like pulls you in and makes you feel like comforted. I don't know. It's like inviting. This is like the texture I'm talking about. See how it looks kind of wrinkled? I have 4 panels of them. And I think I got these back in the day at TJ Maxx, and they sold them in pairs, I believe. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have 2 panels on either side, and then I'll billow them and probably like secure them to the 2 poles on the side. I thought that just would look so cozy instead of it just being a tent. You know what I mean? Just adding that extra little bit of something. So living in the kind of fabric realm, I found like a standard white tablecloth that I'm gonna put on the table that will kind of drape mostly in the front. We're gonna kind of push it towards the front of the table, so it kind of like spills and it billows at the bottom. I don't really like when tablecloths are really short. But then the top of the table, I didn't want it just to be white because I have like white pieces and I have certain things that I think it would just blend in. And I want everything to pop. So I was like, maybe I could get a runner of some sort. And I decided to look on Amazon, and I found these really great cheesecloth tablecloths that are kind of like a runner that go down the center of your table. And I had to get like 2 different colors because I wasn't sure what. I might actually layer the 2 of them because I think that could look really nice. But they're this really like thin, again, kind of like wrinkled look. They're just like cheesecloth pretty much. But this one is technically a green, but it's more gray, and I actually really love it. But I'm going to put this guy down the center of the table, and then I think I'm going to layer it with this one. This one was like a coffee color, I think it was called, and it's just like such a pretty fabric, such a pretty texture to just add that extra layer to it. I will link these. I got them on Amazon. They came really fast. They were packaged so cute, and it's really great quality. And I think it's so nice, especially for like a wedding too. I kind of wish I would have known about these during my wedding because I would have probably used these more. This is a digital item that I purchased that I edited. It's for my signage. So when you come up to my booth, there's going to be QR codes for my Etsy and then for my LinkedIn. So you can go to my Instagram, you can go to my Facebook, you can go to my TikTok, my YouTube, all of that kind of stuff from my LinkedIn. And then there's just the Etsy shop itself. So I made these signs. Might be kind of hard to see. It's just to connect with people. The pricing is also on here, having my logo on it. I actually picked up one of these frames from a craft store. It's kind of like it's just a clear glass. You can kind of see that. I like the kind of floating look to it, and then the black accent was really nice. But I got this template on Etsy, and it was only like $3 or something like that. It just makes it easier when you have a template and all the like fonts are already there, the sizing's already there, it's already like made to size, you know, it just makes my life a little bit easier. So I just went with that. Plus it's just supporting another small business. So I got 2 of these that I made for both locations that I'm going to be putting my stuff. Okay. So this is probably my favorite piece out of everything. It is the typewriter I was talking about. It comes in this really great suitcase that was made for it. And it has a little lock on the front, and then it just pops open. I'll show you guys better. I'm just gonna get it out really quick. This is a Royal typewriter, not like the Royals. That's the brand. But I got it at a thrift store probably 3-ish years ago now. And I just love the black. I love this style of keys. And I'm going to probably put this guy on the bottom shelf of that like white ladder shelf just to kind of add to the whole aesthetic, because, you know, I make stationery, like you write letters on a typewriter, you know, so it just made sense. And I think the look of it too just will kind of pull it all together along with the suitcase itself. It's kind of like this herringbone pattern on here and like a leather trim. It's very well loved, which makes it even better. And it has this really great kind of brass accent to it. I'm going to add that, I think, to the mix. I will have to make little stickers, I think, that say like display only, so nobody thinks they can like take it. But yeah, I really wanted to show you that. I actually have another typewriter that my dad got me when I was younger at a garage sale. It was like 10 bucks. I believe that one's a Smith Corona, and it's a little bit more modern looking than this one, but I love both of them equally. They both still work. To get like the ink ribbons and stuff for them if I ever want to use them, but I like it more as a display item now. So I've obviously never done anything like a market before, and I know I need to have the option for cash along with card. So I needed to pick up a cash box, and I found a really cute one on Amazon, and I had to get it. I love this cream color. This is the top of it. It comes with the keys, obviously. On the inside, it has the spot at the top for coins, and then it has the spot for all the bills down here with the little like clamp. Just thought that was really cute. If you're ever doing like raffles or you're doing like little stands yourself or markets, I would highly recommend it. It's really good quality, but it wasn't super expensive. And then honestly, afterwards, you can just use it as like a little safe if you want to like store things into, like documents or cash or whatever. So picked that guy up from Amazon, and I'll link it below. So this piece was a little bit of a splurge that I honestly kind of had to do. This was an investment too. It was kind of something I knew I was gonna have to do eventually, especially with my sister's business. I needed to have kind of a point of sale. So when someone wanted to buy something, it would count towards my Etsy sales, and it would be connected to everything, including like my inventory and stuff of what I actually have. And the easiest way to do that was to use Square. So I went to Walmart and I picked up a Square reader. I do have one that I use on my phone, but I was trying to figure out a way to use a different device that I could have at my sister's business, or I could take to a market, and it would kind of just be for my Etsy sales and just kind of keep everything in one spot. So I picked up the Square reader that has the little like aux port. I have the one that has the lightning jack too for my phone, and it's worked great. So if you're curious about Square, so far I've had no issues. I love it. But the splurge portion was a tablet. So I needed just an affordable, simple tablet that could honestly just run Square for me. And I picked up the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite from Walmart. And it was a really good deal. And it was something I was like, well, I kind of have to invest in it now so then I have it for later. It's going to make my life a little bit easier in terms of keeping my inventory up to date for markets for my sister's shop, like things like that. So I kind of just bit the bullet and did it. And I think it's just gonna make my life a lot easier. And I ended up picking just a screen protector up from Amazon. This is from Super Shields for it. I think it comes with like 3. It's just really simple. These aren't glass, they're just the standard plastic. But then I picked up a case for it just so it was protected. And I've always wanted to get this kind of a case for my iPad, but I just never did. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. So I picked up this cute case from Amazon. The brand is Moko, M-O-K-O, and it looks like a little composition notebook. Are you kidding? And then it's protected, you know. I have my logo on it too, so you know what it's for. But my sister will be able to kind of keep this in a safe spot and use it when someone wants to check out with my stuff. And I thought it'd be so easy to figure out where it was, because it's not just like a solid color. I think this will be great also to bring to markets too, just to keep everything in one spot. This is what the little Square reader will plug into. This one has the regular standard like headphone jack on the bottom, and then it has a USB-C, but I don't think Square has the USB-C port. So I'm really excited to use this. I'm not gonna bring the whole box over here, but I also picked up these really cute little brown bags for the shoppers and stuff so they can, you know, take their little goodies away protected. And then I'm thinking about putting little stamps on it. I thought about getting one with my logo, but I also have a bunch of stamps that I already have that are really pretty that I can just put on the front. That'll make it look a little cuter. So I got these from Amazon. I think I got a pack of like 100. This is more of like not as an exciting item, but I had to pick it up to label my items. I needed to put like the name and the price on it, so it's just like easy to know what it is, how much it is, you know, obviously. So I picked these up from Amazon. They're from Blank Labels, but they're just these little printable, kind of like a mailing label, but I needed a really specific size. So they're really small. And I have like all of the names of all my cards, my cups, my earrings. And I wanted to especially have them for my earrings, because then on the back of my earring card, I'll have the name with the price. So when you're shopping, you know, oh, okay, these are $12.99, you know, makes it a little easier, especially too for my sister, you know, who isn't familiar with the items, and like I won't be there all the time. So it'll make it easier on her too. Okay, so I'm taking you on a little field trip. These two baskets are from Target. I think they were like $4 a piece, but it's just to like carry everything, all my cards, signs, cups, just to kind of keep the two separated from Market and like my sister's shop. This is kind of what I've been working on for a while. All of these are single cards with the envelopes. These are the sets of either like 15 or 20. There's a whole bunch of cuties in here. And then I have like collage ones that I've made. And this one's just for the Market. So there's more sets in here, along with all of the different single greeting cards. So I have these stored here for now as I'm like working on them. I have a couple boxes of my earrings. So they're just like layered in here. This is like for my sister's shop. This is for the Market. So at the Market, I'm gonna have some seasonal items too. I have some Christmas earrings, some fall earrings, some Valentine's. But then there's like, there's so many in here. I think there's like 70 pairs of earrings in here. This one has like, I want to say 30 or so, but I have everything ready to go and they're organized, which is great. I also have cups that I always order on Amazon. These are the ones I always use for my Etsy shop. They come with the bamboo lids, and then in here they have the glass straws. But these are the cups that I use to etch. And I will clean these guys and I'll get them ready probably this weekend to start etching, because that's just a long process. But when I'm all done etching, it'll look something like this, which this is my Moth Cup, and it's not going to be available at the Market, but it is available on my Etsy, and there's only one left. So if you're interested in this one, it's on my Etsy. I can link it below, but this is what it ends up looking like. And then I have my logo on the bottom. Okay guys, I feel like I've probably talked your ear off with all of this stuff. I'm just really excited. I'm really excited to share all my products with more people and kind of get my business out there a little bit more. I will definitely check in with you when my signs come and my greeting card displays come, and I can show you what those look like too. And then we'll kind of get a whole vibe. We'll look at the whole kind of mock-up of what the booth would look like. Probably have our tent up and have everything kind of displayed so you can see it. Yeah, I will definitely check in with you when all those pieces come though. See you soon. Hi guys, it is about almost a week later. It's towards the end of the week, and I just wanted to do a quick check-in. I did get one of the signs in, and then I got my displays for my greeting cards. And I will give you a little kind of sneak peek at them in a second. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I think what I'm going to end up doing is have to split this video into 2 parts. Since this video is getting a little long, I think that that is probably the best way to go. So the next part will be all of my stuff that's come in, and then we can kind of set up like a mock display of everything. I think that'll be really fun to kind of put it all together. But I'll give you a little sneak peek just so I don't leave you hanging. The sign that came in is the sign that's gonna go on the tent. So it's not the one that's gonna be like the one hanging on the table at all. It's gonna be on the outside of the tent. So like people walking by will know what I sell. So I'll show you that. And then I'll show you the greeting card holders. Okay. So this is the big sign that will go in front of the tent. It's about 8 feet, I think. Got my little logo on it. I wanted it to say Katie Dawn Designs, and then handmade stationery, jewelry, etched glassware. I wanted to have on here where you could find me. There's Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook. And I thought it was so cute. It turned out perfect. I just wanted something simple. You know, nothing too in your face. And, you know, people will know what I actually make, so then they can come over and check it out. Oh, we have a visitor. And then for the greeting card display, I kind of set up a little bit of like a mock display for my sister's place because she's going to get the smaller display. So it's this kind of like walnut wood. It kind of pieces together, and then it has this really nice acrylic kind of front to it to hold these cards in. But I have my large greeting cards here. I'll probably put little dividers to just kind of, you know, indicate that there's different designs within them. Hi. Okay. And then I'll have these guys here. So these are the sets of either like 15 or 20. For the actual market, I got a larger one. So this one holds a bunch more. And again, it's this kind of like walnut wood with this like acrylic front and has about 12 slots on it. So this will be perfect for the market. I'm still waiting on the sign that will go on the table. And I did just pick up a few more things from Amazon, just like last minute kind of display options to have. I want to share it all with you guys once it comes in. So that's probably what I'll do in the next video. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2. I will make sure I update you on Instagram when it's gonna be posted or when it is posted. But if you subscribe to the channel, then you will automatically know when I post. Especially if you hit the little bell icon, it'll notify you when I post. So I will see you guys when the rest of the stuff comes in, and we can have some fun just putting it all together. So I'll see you soon. Bye guys.